Today, we're going to be doing a preview of the 100-meter dash in the Olympics coming up in just about a week now, and really going into some of the main athletes that you want to be looking out for, who are some of the favorites, what has happened over the course of the season. So we'll hop right into it here. And the main two guys that you're going to really want to be able to look at are going to be Noah Lyles. I think a lot of guys already know about Noah Lyles. And then another one is going to be Kishane Thompson. There's a few guys like Lyles Tebogo here, Fernando Mignola. This is from a race that was actually in 2023, and it ended up having a lot of people that are going to be potential finalists within the 100-meter dash, which is really rare to be able to have one race that has so many big names within it. And really what I wanted to do here is give a comparison of Noah Lyles and Kishane Thompson. As of right now, they have two of the best times in the world. Fernando Mignola has the other top three time in the world. So Fernando Mignola ran 9:79. Kishane Thompson just about a month ago ran 9:77, which is the fastest time in the world. Noah Lyles, who is the 100-meter world champion, he ran 9:81. And so right now he's number one in the world. And although he ran the third fastest time in the world. So we're looking at those two guys really is Noah Lyles and Kishane Thompson. Kishane Thompson's from Jamaica. They always have one of the top sprinters in the world. And Noah Lyles is from the United States. And what really stands out about this race is just giving an interesting comparison or an interesting look at both these sprinters and being able to see early on how well they're able to compete against each other and where they're at when it comes to their speed, just to give a little bit better understanding of what we can expect out of the Olympics. So what we see here is Noah Lyles not getting a great start. Christian Coleman's out in front pretty well. Fernando Omanyala is out in front pretty well. Even Akini Simbine is in a pretty good spot. And I mean, Kishane Thompson also is in a pretty good spot. And that looks to me like one of his strengths with Kishane Thompson is really going to be his start. How well can he accelerate? Because as he gets going into that drive phase, it's really him and Christian Coleman at this point that are doing really well. And so from this point, we all know that Noah Lyles is much more of a finisher, has always been that way. And Fernando Mignola does a pretty good job as well. He has a little bit more distance with Christian Coleman up here, and he does a good job of being able to close the gap there where Noah Lyles comes back. He actually ends up coming in second in this race. So he was pretty far back at this point and ended up catching both Kishane Thompson and Fernando Omanyala to be able to come in second. This is the only time that they have raced. Now to go to another preview, we have Noah Lyles here. This was a couple weeks ago. This is Noah Lyles in the middle. This is a personal best for him. Again, we have Akini Simbine over here. We have Tebogo here. We have Zarnell Hughes here, who is also somebody that is always somebody you want to be looking out for just because he has so much talent. He's so tall, and so you never know when he's going to be able to put it all together here. But Lyles Tebogo and Noah Lyles are really going to be two of the best guys to be able to look at. And that's what really stands out with Noah Lyles is his top end speed. Once he gets to his top end speed, he's in a good spot. We can see Tebogo gets out into a better start and Noah Lyles just catches him at the end. And that's what's going to be interesting about the race with Kishane Thompson is will he be able to maintain his speed better than Noah Lyles is and therefore be able to take the victory, because we know Noah Lyles is going to be coming in very quickly at the end. So as much as possible, Noah Lyles has to just be able to manage that distance with some of the best starters in the world to be able to have a chance at winning the 100-meter. Another person that we want to look out for is the defending gold medal Olympic champion is Marcell Jacobs here. He is peaking at the right time. So he really, ever since he won this 100-meter, he went and he won the 60-meter world championships, but hasn't done a ton since then. He hasn't done well in the world championships. And now, though, that it's Olympic time, he is starting to look as good as ever. Ran 9:92 here. Not a great time in comparison to some of the other athletes, but he did enough to be able to win. which is really what's most important when it comes to these type of events. So he's the European champion, somebody you definitely want to be looking out for, just because you never know when he's going to be able to put it all together. He is the #1 European sprinter right now, and somebody that's most likely going to be in the Olympic final. Now, lastly, we're going to go over Kishane Thompson and Oblique Seville. So Oblique Seville is the only person so far this year to be able to beat Noah Lyles. He beat him earlier on in the season. He ran 982. Noah Lyles ran 983. And what we're going to be looking for here, and this is when Kishane Thompson ran his personal best 977. And so Oblique Seville is definitely going to be another person that's going to be in the final. He was in the World Championship final last season and is known for having a great start. So really good explosive start. You can see him out in front of Kishane Thompson here. And as the race goes on, we can see Kishane Thompson does a good job of being able to catch back up to him and really ends up putting on the brakes a little bit here. This is what made this event a very interesting event, is because Kishane Thompson ended up running this 977 and doesn't look like he really went all the way through. And so that's what, in a lot of people's minds, makes Kishane Thompson a favorite going into the 100-meter final. I think he's still a little bit too young, still a little bit raw. I think that Noah Lyles is going to be peaking here going into the Olympics. I think he's had a little bit more time to be able to prepare for something like this and has a better experience going into it. I'd love to hear who you guys think is going to end up being the 100-meter champion in the comments down below. We have Marcell Jacobs, who is the defending gold medal champion from 2021. It was the 2020 Olympics, but they happened in 2021. We have Fred Curley, who won it in 2022. We have Noah Lyles, who is going into it the favorite, the world #1. We have Kishane Thompson, who is the Jamaican champion and currently has the fastest time, 977. We have Oblique Seville, who beat Noah Lyles earlier on in the season. Ferdinand Omanyala has the second best time, 979. Somebody that could also be a surprise would be somebody like Kenny Bednarek, who has been right there in a few different races, somebody that was very close in the Olympic trials. I think he's going to be somebody that could be close. Letsili Tobogo is going to be good. Kenny Simbine is going to be good. There's going to be a lot of great sprinters here going into this Olympic 100-meter final. So would love to hear who you guys think is going to even be in the final, who's going to win, and you can leave that down in the comments down below. If you're interested in seeing some of these races or watching Kishane Thompson run the 977, I have a full breakdown here, as well as a full breakdown of the U.S. Olympic Trials 100-meter final, so you could see Noah Lyles winning that. And as always, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. We'll talk to you soon.